Hey everybody, it is Maddie here with Altcoin Buzz with you on this Thursday, and I hope you're having a very nice one. We are still talking about Facebook, about Project Libra, about global coin, and of course Bitcoin. We'll be taking a look at Cointelegraph.com. The US federal chair says Facebook's Libra carries both benefits and risks. Things are getting a little bit political. On CCN.com, a clear threat. Big Four Australian bank fears Facebook's crypto Libra, and probably with some justification. On Bitcoinist.com, Facebook's Libra will primarily be used to buy Bitcoin. That's according to FundStrat and our buddy Tom Lee. Here on FXStreet.com, Bitcoin price prediction. So Bitcoin USD pairing cautiously creeps above $9,300. We'll give you some key highlights, including resistance points and support. And we're also going to look at EthereumWorldNews.com. Bitcoin above $9,000. And it's all institutions now. But let's begin here on altcoinbuzz.io with this piece. Facebook has a date with the U.S. Senate Banking Committee. As I mentioned, things are getting political. Article here by Chris. With Facebook releasing Libra, their cryptocurrency regulators in the U.S. have scheduled a hearing on July 16th with the Senate Banking Committee. If you haven't checked out Billy's last video, he also went over some of these details and highlighted some of the quotes, including what Maxine Waters had to say about Facebook. It seems like the company is getting a lot of hate all of the sudden now that's been initiating these plans. And again, some of it I think is justified, perhaps not the hate, but at least some of the criticism, because they've dropped the ball before when it comes to customer and client data and privacy issues. So a few days ago, Facebook released Libra, their cryptocurrency, quote unquote. Since then, there has been a lot of excitement and confusion about the coin's release. Things appear to have gotten worse for the company as they now have a hearing with the Senate Banking Committee on Wednesday, July 16th. Representative Maxine Waters, chairwoman of the U.S. Financial Services Committee, has demanded that Facebook temporarily halt any development on the project until they can investigate it further. Quote, "Given the company's troubled past, I am requesting that Facebook agree to a moratorium on any movement forward on developing a cryptocurrency until Congress and regulators have the opportunity to examine these issues and take action." That's a quote by Maxine Waters. And that troubled past, she's referring to data breaches, breaches of confidentiality, mismanagement, and mishandling of customer data and privacy issues. French Finance Minister Bruno Le Maire and a German member of the European Parliament, Markus Ferber, commented on the coin's release. Ferber made a great point and said that with over 2 billion users, quote, Facebook could become a shadow bank and regulators should be on high alert. Quote, "It is out of the question that Libra becomes a sovereign currency. It can't and it must not happen. This money will allow this company to assemble even more data, which only increases our determination to regulate the internet giants." That's courtesy of Bruno Le Maire. But so far, Facebook seems to be cooperative. They issued the following statement, quote, "We look forward to responding to lawmakers' question as this process moves forward." Let us know what you think about this development. So that Senate hearing committee happening on the 16th of July in just under a month or so. Do you feel like Facebook is too big, is too powerful, perhaps has too much of a spotty history to be engaging in this kind of currency creation? Let us know your thoughts about all these developments in the comments below. You can also read about this here on Cointelegraph.com. U.S. federal chair, Facebook's Libra carries both benefits and risks. Jerome Powell, the head of the United States Federal Reserve, has said that he recognizes both potential benefits and risks to Facebook's recently unveiled Libra cryptocurrency project. Powell made his remarks during a press conference broadcast on PBS NewsHour. That was on June 19th. Powell confirmed that Facebook had reached out to discuss the project with the Fed, noting that the company had ostensibly, quote, made quite broad rounds around the world with regulators, supervisors, and lots of people to discuss their plans, and that certainly includes us. It's something we're looking at. We meet with a broad range of private sector firms all the time on financial technology, and there's just a tremendous amount of innovation going on out there. As to whether Libra should come under any formal regulation as such, Powell clarified and said the following, quote, "We don't have plenary authority over cryptocurrencies as such. They play into our world through consumer protection and money laundering, but I would say that through international forums, we have significant input into the payment system and play an important role in the payment system here in the United States. And as we mentioned in our previous piece, French Minister of the Economy and Finance, Bruno Le Maire, has said that the government intends to, quote, ask for guarantees from Facebook in regard to Libra. Facebook causing a stir up here in the world of international finance. Here on ccn.com, a clear threat. Big Four Australian bank fears Facebook's crypto Libra. So banks, at least certain ones, it seems, are shaking at the sight of Facebook Libra. The banking system is afraid that they will be rendered as dinosaurs in a fast-moving world where payments are becoming incredibly fast, cheap, and convenient. And I think that's a good point. I think they have reason to be afraid. This is evident from the comments made by National Australia Banks, one of Australia's big four banks, business banking head Anthony Healy, as reported by the Sydney Morning Herald. Quote, they're not the first company to launch a crypto payment solution, but they do have immense reach, obviously through their Facebook platform. With 1 billion plus users on its platform, it is clearly a threat. The inclusion of payment processors and other tech upstarts, crypto exchanges included, clearly indicates that the company is looking to bypass the banking network in a bid to knock down the barriers and get straight to the consumer. Hey, I don't see, as an experiment at least, what's wrong with that. Now, I may not be in support of Facebook's Project Libra, but I can't say that I am against the idea of what they're trying to do, at least in theory. So, for instance, you wouldn't need a bank account to fund your Uber ride, and you can simply use Libra to do the same using a payment processor such as Visa or PayU. Or you can visit your local Walmart and make a payment using Libra. You know, if I were this individual, what was his name? Anthony Healy, the business banking head at National Australia Bank, I think I would be a little bit concerned too. Look, to be honest, I mean, that's how I see it. He does have something to be concerned about. Whether it's Facebook's Project Libra, whether it's something else, this is the way things are moving. Personally, I don't trust Facebook to be the one to implement this sort of change, but you can see what consumers are demanding. You can see the future of financial convenience in terms of transactions, and there's no question that we're heading in this direction. Here on Bitcoinist.com, you can read about how Facebook's Libra will primarily be used to buy Bitcoin. That's according to Fundstrat. So apparently they are calling Mark Zuckerberg here a useful idiot for Bitcoin adoption. There's been no shortage of opinion over Facebook's foray into crypto this week. Most industry heavyweights are in agreement that Libra is about as far from Bitcoin as the greenback is. But the new digital offering will have an impact on the crypto scene, and it may not be that bad. So is Mark Zuckerberg a useful idiot for Bitcoin adoption? Well, Russia Today's Max Kaiser is of that opinion. Like many, he believes that Bitcoin will ultimately benefit from Facebook's foray into crypto assets. Quote, it's built into the protocol's Genesis block that eventually a heavyweight like Facebook would take on Bitcoin. This increased awareness and appeal to would-be potentates will, of course, drive the hash rates to new highs, leading to new all-time highs for Bitcoin price. Zuck is Satoshi's useful idiot. Possibly. I like that argument. I gotta say, it's logical. And then you have Fundstrat co-founder and Bitcoin bull Tom Lee, who has shared the view that Libra will be a good thing for Bitcoin. Quote, Libra pretty much destroys anyone who believes blockchain, not Bitcoin. So if Facebook is launching a cryptocurrency, albeit a stablecoin, even traditional fiat's primary use to buying financial assets, hence Libra primary use likely to buy Bitcoin. That's not a bad argument either. I wouldn't be surprised if the adoption of Libra or global coin or whatever they're calling it, if the adoption is successful, it's going to be that many more people that have their toes in the water in the world of cryptocurrency, that many more people that are going to be buying Bitcoin ultimately with that particular currency, with their global coin, with their Libra. If you guys are interested in a more in-depth price analysis, you can check this out here on fxstreet.com. In brief, Bitcoin USD managed to settle above $9,300 amid steady recovery on Thursday, and the next critical resistance awaits Bitcoin bulls at $9,550. Check out all the Bitcoin confluence levels, the resistance levels, and the support levels for more information. If you're excited about this kind of stuff, you can also check out ethereumworldnews.com. Bitcoin above $9,000. And it's all institutions now. As we've been talking about, Facebook's foray into this space, I think, has also perked up a lot of others' eyes and ears. They're all of a sudden paying attention. This is no longer quite the Wild West it used to be. It's no longer the realm of at least purely swindlers. There are some very legitimate, very large interests that are now paying attention, and rightfully so. But that about wraps it up for the news today, everybody. Do be sure you are following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into our website, altcoinbuzz.io. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications. Let us know what you think about Facebook and Libra and global coin. Billy asked the question last time, do you feel it is a proper cryptocurrency? By now, you know my opinion. My opinion is that certainly not. It's perhaps a digital currency at best, but it's not a cryptocurrency. It's not bottom up. It's extremely top down. So let us know your thoughts about that. If you choose to invest on this Thursday, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, hey, all the very best of luck. Start gearing up for that end of the week. It's coming soon. We do hope to see you again soon, again in our next video. Take care.